Have you ever considered that the quality of your future, the peace you feel, the relationships you enjoy, the way you move through the world might be determined not by some big dramatic event, but by how you open or close your mind right now? It's a strange thought, isn't it? Because we tend to think of our future hells or happinesses as things that happen to us. The job we didn't get, the relationship that worked or didn't, or the opportunity that showed up or didn't. But what if that's not the whole story? What if this moment right here is shaping everything? What if we're constantly planting seeds through every reaction, every choice to soften or harden, every moment we let the mind clamp shut or gently stay open? And what if those seeds are already growing, even if we haven't noticed them yet? You know the feeling of a closed mind. We all do. It's when someone says something that challenges your belief and your chest tightens. Or when you hear an opinion you don't like and your face flushes a little bit with heat. Or when you're misunderstood and your walls shoot up instinctively. A closed mind often feels like safety, like control, like I already know. But in truth, it's a kind of subtle suffering. Because when we close, we also cut off from learning, from connection, and often from our own deeper wisdom. So a closed mind doesn't just block others out, it blocks you out from yourself. Let's take a simple example. You're going through your day, someone cuts you off in traffic, and your body reacts, and tension rises, and you start telling yourself a story. How dare they? People are so rude. What's wrong with everyone today? And that reaction might seem small. It might seem harmless. But if you look closely, you'll see you've just planted something. And if you don't notice it, if you carry it with you into the next moment and the next, then you start to water it. You start to fertilize that seed of frustration, of self-righteousness, of separation. And by dinner time, you might not even remember the moment that started it all, but you'll feel the residue of it. That's just one seed. We're planting hundreds, maybe thousands every day. So here's the thing about seeds. They don't ask if you meant to plant them. They just grow when the conditions are right. So if you're not paying attention, you might be unknowingly cultivating a garden of tightness, of resentment, of fear, of judgment, and living in that garden and wondering, why does everything feel so heavy? But what if instead you planted something different? What if you paused in those small reactive moments and asked yourself, is this the garden I want to grow? Is this how I want to feel tomorrow? Is there another way to meet this moment? One that keeps my mind open and keeps my heart soft? That's all it takes. Not a dramatic transformation, not a perfect mindset, just a small breath of awareness, a micro choice. Maybe that looks like catching yourself when you're about to interrupt someone because you're sure you know what they're going to say. Maybe it looks like staying quiet in a conversation where you would normally try to be right. Maybe it's walking away from a thought spiral and instead saying to yourself, I don't have to believe everything I think. These small gestures, these little openings might seem insignificant, but they're not. They're the seeds of peace. They're the seeds of resilience. They're the seeds of a future where you feel a little freer in your own skin. Because every time you choose openness over rigidity, every time you choose curiosity over judgment, every time you choose softness over defense, you change the direction of your inner weather. And that weather becomes your climate. That climate becomes your life. Now I know this isn't easy. Sometimes the mind wants to be closed. It wants certainty. It wants control. It wants to protect you. And in some moments, that might be exactly what you need. A boundary, a clear no, a step away. But even then, the invitation is not to stay stuck in the closure, but to know that you're closing. Because even that awareness is a seed of clarity. And even that is a moment of freedom. You're not trying to be perfect. You're practicing presence. So the question becomes, what are you planting right now? When someone disagrees with you, how do you respond? When something scares you, do you lean in or shut down? When you feel uncertain, can you stay open long enough to see what else might be true? So this isn't about self-improvement in a traditional sense. It's about remembering that your mind is incredibly powerful, and it's planting the future with every thought, every reaction, every moment of awareness or reactivity. You are the gardener, and the garden that you walk through tomorrow will grow from the seeds you're tending today. So you don't have to overhaul your whole life. You just need to practice opening your mind in small, meaningful ways. You need to catch yourself, not to shame yourself, but to guide yourself. And most of all, you need to remember. So peace isn't waiting for you out there. It's waiting for you here and how you meet this moment. So plant something kind today. Plant something wise. Plant something open. Because that future, you're living in it, one breath at a time. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope to see more of you. As always, be kind, take care, go gently in the world.